Wednesday the 1st of November, and we have got Storm Kieran coming our way tonight. So yeah, it's going to be wicked winds apparently. The pressure's quite low anyway, but it's going to drop a bit further, and yeah, we could have some fun. Well, I'm glad I got my head down early last night, because I was woken plenty of times in the night. Unfortunately, not for fish, for false bleeps and rain getting blasted in this bivvy. The storm started off with high winds, which was southeasterly, so it's blowing right in here. Then it rained. I mean, it was white capping. And then it rained, and the rain's sort of been driven horizontally into here. So I just put the flap of the door down, just let it hang. So the water was coming right up to me, well, my head. The spray, the rain. I had to put my buzzers right down on the lowest sensitivity, just one bleep. So, but even then they were still going off. So I know they're cheaper buzzers, Fox Micron-X, but yeah, I don't know if I'll stick with him. Just go back to my Delkins, or perhaps go for the higher end Foxes, or the RX Pluses. Yeah, might have to do a bit of buying and selling to finance that. Right, I'm going to sink this, have another one, and then get packed away. Right, I'll be back down at some point over the weekend, I guess, Saturday or Sunday. It's just gone 5:30 now. I have managed to get in the point swim, yeah, on a Saturday night. What about that? So yeah, I'm here till tomorrow lunchtime. No, I mustn't go home tomorrow lunchtime. I'll get in trouble. I've got to leave mid to late morning. Yeah, there's not much in it, but I have to be home that little bit earlier. Yeah, we're going out. So yeah. I'm only fishing PVA bags. I've stuck the right hand one out on my favoured spot, 12 wraps between two trees, just catted a few freebies around it, and the left hand one, I keep thinking about that fish that I saw sort of close-ish in a few weeks ago now, and I'm going to fish that spot for a while, I think, because I think it's a bit of a route out of the back lagoon there. The fish have to pass around a little island. It's a more direct route out to the plateau and the weed out there. So yeah, I think I just heard a fish in that back lagoon. So yeah, yes, I'm going to give that a go for a few weeks now, instead of the other spot that I fish, which is to the far bank. Just short of the far bank. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. It's 6:30 now. I had a tench, but it's just gone 10 last night, right hand rod. Stuck a fresh beck out there. It was quite light last night, so I could see where it landed and it was spot on. Tench or something was just topped out there. Yeah, the fish weren't really active, it was pretty quiet. We had loads of rain, but when you could hear what's going on out there, it was quiet. Doesn't look good out there. I don't think anything's going to happen. So, yeah. What, 4 hours, something like that. Oh! I love being wrong. That's the right hand rod. That's going to be a tench again. It's dropping back. What I want to do is to shoot up and take a load of line. Burning tench in it, or brain. I suppose I better go and sort it out. Okay, so just gone 10 o'clock now, so yeah, I'm going to be putting the rods in soon. Oh well, another blank, but I don't think I was alone last night. I didn't hear anything come out, and it went pretty quiet after I initially heard a fish up the back there, not long after setting up. So yeah, well, I don't know if I'm going to be back down during the week. I want to, because I've got to make the most of this lovely weather until winter hits. So yeah, whenever I'm down next, I'll see you then. Okay, well it's Saturday 11th of November, just come up to 6 o'clock now, done a day's DIYing and earned some brownie points, so got down here about, what was it, 3:30, something like that. Thought I left myself plenty of time, walked, or drove round, had a chat with someone, and well, the people that are out here, there's not many, but they're at the other end of the lake. I'm in the island swim, as you could see, and there's no one up this end of the lake, so just being a bit of a contrarian and doing the opposite. I know that fish have been coming out at that end, but yeah, it was a bit crowded up there. I think probably I could have gone in one of the swims, the New Point swim, but there's someone who's fishing not in that bay, but on the bank you drive past, a little shallow swim. And I think he was casting out into New Point Bay. So yeah, I thought I'd leave that alone. But the point over there is free, and this one was, and night ropes is. So I've gone for this. I was going to just put bags out, but I then remembered I've knocked up a new spod mix and it's a bit wet. I'll just melt the bag, and I didn't bring any dry pallet with me. So yeah, I did spod. But only put 3 spods out, I think, around the 4 perhaps around the right hand rod, up side of the island, 19 wraps, and the left hand rod I was going to go for my usual 21 wrap spot, but then there's a fish that's been showing it in close, just off the point of bushes there, or trees. Yeah, a couple of times in the weed. So I put a lead out there, yeah, it was weedy. I then kept leading, moving slightly right each time until I found where the weed stopped. So it's just splashed out there. And I've stuck one out there, 13.5 wraps, and got 3 spots around it. I didn't get that one out till late because I noticed the nick on my line, so I changed my leader and everything on that rod, so hence I never got it out till dark. But I could just about see, so yeah, but it's in close, so it can't really go wrong. So we'll see, I'm here till tomorrow mid-morning, may stretch it out till lunchtime if it's looking promising, but yeah, realistically mid-morning. Right, it's like I say 6 o'clock, Saturday night beer time. Yeah, I'll catch up with you later. Morning, it's 7 o'clock now. Very quiet night. It's quite still. I've had a bit of rain through the night, but not heavy. But no sounds of fish showing at all. It's dead out there. You know, there's only those couple of shows that led me to put my left-hand rod where I did yesterday before it got dark. So yeah, not at all hopeful for the rest of the morning, and definitely don't think I'll be hanging it out till lunchtime, unless, you know, things pick up and there's a show or two out there. If I do hear anything elsewhere around the lake, at this end particularly, over the back in the sanctuary or whatever, then I might pack up, just have an hour or two with the rod, just having a try, plopping a bag out, a little mesh bag here and there, if I can pinpoint where the sounds come from, but got to hear something first. It's absolutely flat dead out there. Seems to always be the way when I get down. We start to snowpack away about 9:30, 10. Yeah. Oh well, could be another blank. Okay, 9:30, no signs, pack away time. Well, that's it, I'm packed up, it's 10:30, I'm off. Another blank. We'll have to see what next week brings. Okay, it's Wednesday the 15th of November, it's 5:45 now. I got down here at well, just after 4:30. I had the car packed ready to go when I knocked off work at 4, so I managed it down here in half an hour. and I wanted to get in the margin swim. I think that's going to be my sort of go-to swim for the winter sessions, just plopping bag out in the or bait in the margins and one out towards a little island or just out there somewhere. But there was someone in there tonight, so yeah, I've had to look elsewhere. So I drove around here to the new point swim, and I've just stuck bags out on my usual spots here, which is it's 19 reps on the right hand rod out to just past an inlet pipe and just before the weed starts, and the other one's gone out fairly central in the middle of the lake at 17 reps, again to a spot where I've picked up fish from before. I was quite encouraged by the weather forecast for today and tonight. I mean, we've had a highish pressure in the 1020s, and it's meant to drop by 10 millibars sort of through the night, and it's going to get overcast and a bit of rain. So I'll be packing up in the rain probably in the morning, but that's okay if I've had a fish. So yeah, reasonable pressure drop. So we'll see if that does anything. I have, whilst I've been sort of setting up, I've got my rods out first, obviously, bags, but whilst I was setting up my bivvy, I've heard a fish crash out there in the bay. So yeah, I'm quite hopeful. I think that middle rod, that's a middle rod, the left hand rod is in the middle. So yeah, I wish I had 3 rods on here. It's a 2 rod roll. So yeah, we'll see what happens. You may have noticed a different bleep from the buzzers whilst I was setting up. That's because I've bought yet another set, Fox RX Pluses. I'm going to be selling the Delkins and the other Foxes to help pay for them. But yeah, let's see if they bring me any luck. Right, okay, well I'm going to listen out for any more signs of encouragement and then have something to eat, and I'll catch up with you later. Really? Oh, okay. 2 months. Okay, it just gone 9:30 and had one bump off. Left hand rod, belt intake, just picked up the rod, felt the weight of the fish and just wound down I think once or twice and then it was off. So yeah, just put a slightly shorter hook length on now. I'm only fishing with a 3 ounce lead, which for me is quite light because I'm fishing PVA bags. Yeah, I mean a heavier lead, 4.5 ounce, I think I'll be hooked more securely, but I had quite a longer hook length on before, so I've just changed to a shorter one, and hopefully that will help nail the fish next time, if there is a next time, which I'm hoping there will be. Going in. It's coming up to 7 o'clock now. nothing else happened after that take last night at 9:30. So yeah, unfortunately the weather forecasters are correct in that it's raining. That's a second, clouds literally just there. Throw everything in a minute. Half hour. Once I've had a couple of these, that'll be it, and then I'll be back down the weekend, probably Saturday, to try again. Right, that's my lot. I'll be back at the weekend. Okay, well I'm back for yet another attempt to catch my first fish of November. It's Saturday the 18th, just gone 5 o'clock now. I've opted for the margin swim here because I know it's done a few fish. Actually, I did some fish yesterday, I think, someone did Friday night in here. Clocked one in the margin, usual spot, solid bag, a few freebies around it. The other one, I've waded out a little bit, gone out, gone out probably as far as I could go with the high water level, and put one at 19 reps, which is comfortable enough chuck with a solid bag. Branches growing out further into the lake from the tree on the to my left here, which is cutting down the angle really that you can get along that margin, especially with the water up. When the water's down a bit, you can wade out a bit further, get further down the margin, which is what I would have liked to have done. But no, it really narrows down your angle now, casting out there. But never mind. It's in the general direction of the plateau and the fish that might be sitting out there and what's left of the weed. So there's not many on tonight. There's one other guy at the southernmost end of the lake, and someone's turned up. I think they're fishing in the point swing up there. So yeah, let's hope I catch one. Seems like a long while, especially after losing one on Wednesday on that pretty much on the take. Not long after the take, I picked it up. Felt the fish, and then it was off. And the new point swim there in that bay. So yeah, let's hope it's not my way before I catch one. Right, okay. Well, if anything happens, I shall see you then. Morning, 7 o'clock now. Very windy night, conditions bang on. Heard a fish down the margin, quite a way down the margin, early hours of the morning. But all that's happened is 2 bleeps forward and 1 back on my left hand rod, 4:30. That was it. So yeah, praying for something to happen in the next 3 or 4 hours. I can hang out till lunchtime today. want. But yeah, strange, even though the conditions are really good, they look really good. Fish aren't showing, or don't appear to be interested. So I'm going to console myself with another coffee, and hopefully see you with some action later. Okay, it's coming up to 11 o'clock now. Not a sign. It's dead out there. So yeah, I'm going to give it till 12, and then that's it, I'm off. Oh well, another blank. I'm going to be back at least once during the week, if not twice. We've got a big weather change coming in. We've got some northerlies and northwesterlies coming in with colder winds. So I've baited that spot down there. May come back and fish it Tuesday, day after tomorrow. But then again, I might go and fish somewhere on the back of the wind in the bay, in the New Point Bay, just fishing from the other end of it. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, whenever I'm down next, I'll see you then. Okay, well it's the Monday after my last session, so what, less than 36 hours later. I've come down to do another night on my baited spot. I've just put a bag out. It's now just come up to 5 o'clock, and a fish has just rolled just the other side of it, so I think they might have moved in on the bait. So I'm just going to get the other rod wrapped up now and get it out there. Okay, well the right hand rod in the end I didn't wrap up, I just put it out a little bit further than the one that's on the left, so I'm fishing fairly close in. I just cutted a few freebies around the solid bag that I put out, and I put a few freebies out, just half a dozen around the bag on the left hand rod as well. I put that left hand bag out and I did a bit to camera. I don't know if it came out okay because I was up by the car shining the head torch at myself to film, but yeah, no sooner did I put that bag out, that fish just topped the other side of it. I mean, it could have been a tench, it was difficult to tell, but it didn't sound like it really. So yeah, I really hope that was a carp and that it's on the spot. So yeah, it's could be a tench. It didn't sound very carpy, did it? It might be, but yeah, it's 6:15 now, so yeah, I'm going to get these lights off. I've been very stealthy putting it out there, putting them out there. Yeah, and fingers crossed, eh? bit of a story behind this one if I ever get it in. I'll tell you. Let's get it in first. Going in there. I don't know. Oh. Yes. Oh. Yeah. Oh. At last, my first fish of November. Oh. Seems like I've been waiting a long time for this. Oh. It's a good fish too. I'll tell you about a little hiccup I had with this a bit later. Right mate, I think this is going to make the old arms tremble a bit. Right, I'll tell you what it weighs in a second. Okay. 35 1/4. Go on. Go on, you beauty. There you go. You want to stay? There we go. There you go. No rush, are you? Well, it's only 5 o'clock, but there's no point going back to bed. I'm buzzing too much, so I'm having a coffee. Yeah, I'll stay up now. I'll be zombified later at work, but there you go. Oh, it was almost worth blanking those 5 nights or whatever it was to get that fish. Yeah, well chuffed. Yeah, what a way to end a run of blanks, eh? Unbelievable. And I nearly didn't catch it on the take, which is on the right hand rod, which wasn't the rod that I expected to go. Because the only signs I had was on the left hand rod just after I put it out. I had to take 4 o'clock this morning, and immediately I picked up the rod and started winding. The line passed around the back of the spool, and then I couldn't wind anymore, and I thought, oh no. So the fish is pulling, so I've had to put the rod down on the deck, and I'm undoing the spool cap. Got the spool off, and it's gone round several times, and the fish is pulling, which is making it harder to undo it. And there's all sort of grease on the spindle of the spool, so I'm fiddling with that, and the fish is pulling, but then thankfully it stopped. It must have buried its head in some weed or something. So yeah, unwrapped the last of the line, got the spool back on quickly. The line was slack at this point, so I didn't know if I had the fish on still. Put the spool back on, you know, slotted it on so it went down to the slot on the slot. Put the spool cap back on and just tightened down the spool cap, wound the rod, hoping that I could still feel something on the end, and it was still there. And actually it was quite docile, the fish, when it came in. It made a few lunges for the right hand snag, but it was quite docile, so came to the net quite easily, which I was grateful for. So yeah, it's never happened to me before, I don't think, the line passing around the back of the spool when I've got a fish on. I've done it just winding in before now, but yeah. So yeah, well chuffed. I've got a couple of hours now. It's just gone 5 now. Took me about an hour to sort myself out, get over the shock of catching one, and I've just put a little mesh bag out back on the same spot. Yeah, just for the last couple of hours. So yeah, I'm going to have a couple of these, get nicely packed away as soon as it gets light, and be off on time. I know there's been a bit of a wait for this one, but that's 3 30s on the bounce now I've had. 32 and a half, 32 and a 35 and a quarter. So yeah, not bad going. Not a bad autumn now, I think. Yeah. So I've still got a little while yet. I mean, I consider the winter to be December onwards, December, January and February. So yeah, I think we're still in autumn, definitely. Right, I'm going to drink the rest of this and sort the carnage out. Yeah, I'll see you just before I go, unless of course anything else happens. Right, it's 7:30, I'm off, much happier now. That's it for this video, so if you liked it, please like, subscribe if you haven't, share the video, keep the comments coming, and get out there and catch a late autumn whacker before the winter sets in. See you next time.